Hi, okay, so we're gonna make some gluten-free tortillas with cassava flour. And the recipe goes, I'm just using the recipe that's on the back of this Otto's cassava flour brand. And you take the powders, of course, and then you mix those first. So this is your cassava flour. Mix it with your sea salt, which is a fourth teaspoon of sea salt. And we're just gonna mix that all up. And then we add the olive oil next, and then the water, and knead it until you make a dough. So we're just gonna add that in. That's 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I use expeller pressed extra virgin olive oil, organic. And then we are gonna mix that up and just create a little bit of a dough. And then we lay it out on the pan on the either wax paper. I like to use parchment paper usually, but I'm out. So we're gonna use this today. And this is just gonna be your base mixture to create the tortillas. And we'll put them in a hot, I like to use an iron skillet, but you could use any kind of skillet. But if you're, even if you're a little bit low on iron, you do pick up on a little bit of the iron in the pot when you're cooking with it. So I think it's nice to go ahead and use that. But I also just like it because of the way it cooks. Things do tend to stick to it a little bit more, but this one calls for a dry pan anyway. And I usually keep it oiled with coconut oil just to keep it nice and polished. You can bake that into the pot too to keep it nice and in good shape. So you can see that just makes a little dough that you can tear up and roll out some little, and I don't have a roller, but I can pat out some little tortillas. I'm gonna make them pretty thin so that, and these are for fish tacos, so that's what we're making today. And I'm gonna show you how to do that too. But this is just to get the tortillas down and kind of show how to make this. And this one makes 6 tortillas, so you'll want to just divide it out according to that. And so I'm going to stop and we'll just go on and show you how to cook that. Okay, so I don't have a rolling pin, so what I've done is wrapped up one of my round bottles of sauce and put a little bit of cassava flour on it and just rolled it out like that. So that's another way you can get by with not having a roller pin. All right, so I've got my skillet on a little medium heat here just to cook the tortillas. Okay, so now that my pan is nice and hot, I've slid this thing onto my spatula and I'm gonna slide it off. And who cares if the edges are a little rough? To me, that means it's homemade. So we'll watch that for a few minutes and then we'll flip it